Okay. So I'm going to go through. We would subtract 6x from both sides. Most of you that did a video, you picked this one to do. Then our next step would be to add 8 to both sides. And we get 26 equals 2x, so there's one step left. What'd you get, Anthony? 13. Then on number 2, this was probably the second most popular to do on the videos.
That's because we're lazy and we did the easy one.
So minus 12x from both sides, we bring down that negative 18. We're left with 1x. Then we had to subtract 18. So in your calculator, it should have been negative 18 minus 18. And that gives us what?
0.
Nope. Negative 18 minus 18 in your calculator. You don't even have to do the
36.
negative 36. Okay, number 3, we're going to subtract our smallest variable first, which is 4x.
The answer is 3.
Good. So we add 7 on both sides. We get 15 equals 5x. So then x equals 3 when we divide by 5 on both sides. Good. The last one, number 4. Same thing. I'm going to add the smaller variable. If there's just a variable by itself, doesn't have a number in front of it, think of it as an imaginary 1. Yeah. So when I add 2 x's together, I get 2x. Good. Nope. We add 21. In your calculator, negative 1 plus 21 should be positive 20.
The answer is 10.
And then when we divide by 2, yep. Number 5, we had to compare 2 different equations. We had Patsy's researching shippers for her business. We Deliver, so that's We Deliver ships packages at a rate of $6 plus 20 cents for each pound. So $6 plus 0.20 pound. Then Ship It, on the other hand, delivers packages at a rate of $5 plus 30 cents for each pound. So $5 plus 30 cents. So which equation can be used to find out how many pounds the package must weigh for the prices to be the same? So they all have an equal sign in the middle. Okay, so the 6 and the 0.20 should be together, 5 and 0.30 should be together. So already I could get rid of B. Good. Why should it be A and not D?
It says plus.
And it's 5. 5 plus.
So 5 and 0.30 are together, 6 and 0.20 are together.
Plus the others are.
Okay, so A, it was per pound for each pound. So 20 cents and 30 cents should have your very. Number 6. Okay, identify which of the following situation corresponds to the equation 5m plus 3 equals 6m plus 12. So when I'm looking for the right story, I need to have 5 and 3 together in the same sentence. And then I need to have 6 and 12 together in the same sentence, the same situation. Okay? And 5, since it's got the variable, it should have some word like each, every, per. Same thing with 6. So if I look at A, student A's time is computed after 3 seconds of time are added to his 5-minute mile time. Student B's time is computed, so we'll say 3 plus 5m, that's A. Student B is computed after 12 seconds are taken off of his 6-minute mile time. So they're saying they're subtracting 12. Is that what your equation shows you? No, we don't have any subtraction. We're just adding those, so it can't be A. B, student A's time is computed after 12 seconds of time are added to his 5-minute mile. So far, is there something wrong there?
Yes.
What's wrong?
12 and 5.
12 and 5 don't go together. 12 and 5 are not on the same side of the equal sign, so they are not part of the same story. Then C, student A's time is computed after 3 seconds of time are added to his 5-minute mile. B's time is computed after 12 seconds are added to his 6-minute mile time. Does that match? Same numbers. I've got the variable in the right spot. It looks good to me. I'm going to put star just to check D and see what's wrong with D. Student A's time is computed after 12 seconds of time are removed. So 12 seconds are removed from his 5-minute time. Does that work? No. 5 and 12 didn't go together. And we're not taking time off. Number 8, Isaac and Kason are racing remote-controlled airplanes. Isaac's airplane travels at 4.5 feet per second. Kason's airplane travels at 6.25 feet per second. So we're comparing Isaac and Kason. Isaac's got the 4.5. Kason's got the 6.25. Because Isaac's plane is slower, Kason gave Isaac a 15-foot head start. So we're adding 15 to Isaac's time. Which inequality, so it's not equal, which inequality could be used to determine how many seconds C, Kason's airplane will be ahead of Isaac's? So think about your inequality signs. If we want Kason's airplane to be ahead of Isaac's, is that greater than? Is that less than? Okay, number 9, printing company A prints calendars for $3 each. So 3 each and a setup fee. Remember words like fee, initial charge, that's separate. A fee of $46. Company B prints calendars for $5 each and has a setup fee of $20. So which inequality could be used to determine when company A is less than B? So I'm looking for that symbol. I'm looking for when the alligator mouth, your inequality sign, is open toward B, which was the 5x plus 20. So what can I eliminate? I can get rid of B. How come?
Because it shows the alligator mouth pointing towards A.
Okay, it's saying that A was greater than. Inequality sign's facing the wrong way. So B's out. What about C? Does C make sense?
No.
No, they combined the 46 and the 3. We know we can't do that. So between A and D. A. Because we've got 5 and 20, 3 and 46. D flipped their numbers around. They put 3 with 20 and 5 with 46. On number 10, they give me an inequality. I have to figure out which answer choice matches that. 5x plus 75 is greater than 7x plus 100. So I need to make sure 5 and 75 are together, 7 and 100 are together. I also need to make sure that that inequality sign is right. So whatever story they give me for 5 and 75, they have to say that that's greater than the 7x plus 100. So let's look at these answer choices. A says Gym A charges $75 each Zumba class and a $5 deposit. Gym A is greater than Gym B, which charges a $7 deposit and $100 for each. Does that make sense? If it says 75 each, that means 75 and this 100 would have a variable on it.
It sounds like you're Gym A.
So does that make sense? Is that what happened in the story? Does 75 and 100 have variables on them? If you're paying a deposit, that doesn't have a variable on it. You're paying that deposit one time.
And you're already putting 5 each, so since it each is by the 5, that's 5x. And since it wants that to be greater, you already know it's going to be towards Gym A. And then it says 7 for each, that's 7x plus $100 deposit.
Okay, good. The reason B wouldn't work is because it says Gym A is equal to Gym B. We didn't have an equal sign, we had a greater than sign. C does not work because it says Gym A is less than Gym B. So your answer should be D. Same thing on number 11, 150x minus 25 is greater than 125x plus 100. So we know what numbers need to go together. I'm looking for that inequality sign. Which situation below does this inequality represent? So we've got A, 150 for each night. and gives a 25 off coupon. So that means we're subtracting 25 from that total price. Condo B, well, first of all, it says condo A is equal to condo B. Is that what our story, our inequality showed us? No, they're not equal. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that one off. I'm not gonna finish it. B, condo A charges $150 for each night and gives a $25 off coupon. Condo A is less than condo B. No, my sign was turned around the other way. Condo A should be greater than. C, condo A charges $150 for each night and gives a $25 off coupon. Condo A is greater than condo B, which charges $125 for each night and a $100 deposit. Does that work?
Yes.
What's wrong with D?
It has the 25 X instead of 150.
So they're trying to say that there's a $150 coupon. So that would be minus
That's one heck
$150.
of a coupon.
That's a pretty darn good coupon, but unfortunately, that's not gonna work.
Ooh, shopping.
The ones that you want to invest for 5 years before you use the money towards a large purchase. How much more will a savings account with simple interest rate of 3.2% yield in earnings than a savings account with simple interest rate of 2.7%?
Okay, since it said simple interest, I'm gonna use that I equals PRT formula for both. I'm gonna have to do this twice. Talking about two different accounts, two different interest rates. Same principal, same time. The 3.2%, if I need to turn that into a decimal, which I do since it has a percent, it's gonna look like 0.032. Same thing with 2.7%. It's actually gonna be 0.027. So that first one we should have gotten 160. The second account 135. And it said how much more. So how much more will you earn from one account to the other? So you had to subtract, right?
Okay, they equals 25.
And it's 25. Number 13, John's bonus this quarter is $12.50. If he put it into a CD, that's like a savings account that pays 0.82%. That's my rate. And the interest is compounded annually. Those words tell me I've got to use that formula. What would the balance be after 3 years? So I've got my time. So if we plug all that in, $12.50, 0.82% in decimal form, what's that look like? 0.0082. And the time was 3. So if we plug all that in, Linda wants to borrow $14,500 for home improvements. She was considering a 3-year loan represented by that formula or a 2-year. Where A in both equation represents the total cost of repaying the loan, calculate the total money for each loan to determine which loan option Linda should choose to repay the least amount of money. So our 3-year option, we've got $14,500, and we're using the compound formula. So that's going to give us $16,263.52. The 2-year option, same principle, different rate, and the 2 years, and that's going to give us $16,077. And so which one should she choose? Since it's a loan and she's got to repay it, you don't want to pay more. You want to choose whichever option is going to make you pay the least amount. So that would be the 2-year option. okay? If it's a loan, if it's something you're repaying, of course you want to pay the lowest amount. If this was an investment or some kind of savings account, then she would want to make the most money. But if it's something you're paying back, then you're picking the lower of the two.